Okay, we're finally online. Hey everybody, this is D Dones here live at Shanti Atlanta here in Conyers, Georgia, and this is Sri Charles Davis from Shantiville Institute. Let me just apologize. We had technical difficulties, so I'm doing the Facebook Live from my cell phone, and we are starting a little bit late. So we're a little squished in here because we were planning to do we were planning to do this through my laptop, but there's some technical issue with my computer. So as some of you know, I did in September the Climate Change in You all day long Facebook Live event where I was talking about the various climate change pollution issues happening all over the world. And that was from 11 o'clock to 9 p.m. So this is a follow-up to talk about the solution to all of the climate change issues that are going on. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because we both can't be on the phone at the same time, so that way we're not all crushed in. But I'm gonna let Sri Charles know, and he's from, like I said, Shantiville Institute. I'm Shanti Atlanta, which is a satellite center that's a part of Shantiville Institute, and he is my teacher, and he's going to talk to you about climate change, pollution, and Agnihotra.
Greetings, everyone. I'm glad to see you. Glad to be in your presence. I'm glad to talk about what is needed today and the antidote to that. One challenge that I see today is everybody now have begun to wake up about the climate change and recognize that it is severe problems. For years we have tried to share that with people all over, and some listen and some do not. The biggest thing that happened now is that climate change is finally being accepted by some as reality. And the question is, what do you do about it? What is the solution to this pollution? For years we have talked about the Vedic solution to pollution, and some listen and some do not. The biggest thing we should know is that we are now demonstrating to governments and to people that are in high position as to give us the solution to pollution. But as we know, if there was a solution that they knew about, the great politicians all over the world would grab and raise their flag and say, I have solutions, because they know that that would give them an upper hand on that which is the politics. But you're asking the wrong persons. You're asking the wrong people. They don't know what the solution is. The great president, Mr. Trump, he denies it because he don't know what the solution is. Being a political person and being into politics, of course you would say, I have solution if you knew what it is. They don't know what it is. Only we have the solution, not myself, but a core of people like myself. We talk about the great solution of Agnihotra. Agnihotra belongs to no race or no nationality of people. It belongs to all people. Agnihotra is not a religion. It is not a religion. Let me say it again. When you deal with Agnihotra, we say no politics, no religion, no judgment. But to counteract this pollution, we need solidarity from all people all over the planet. Yet only by solidarity can we give this pollution a great big kick in the pants so that we get out of the way. So what is this I talk about? That what we talk about is called Agnihotra, the Vedic science to eradicate pollution. Thank you. I am my associate. Say you owe this, okay. But anyway, to continue, there is a solution to pollution, and it's been around for many, many, many years. Again, it is the only solution that's necessary, the only solution that's possible to eradicate this great challenge that we have. I was talking to one man, he said, oh, there's nuclear science and nuclear this that can answer that problem. Well, nuclear science and nuclear this is what caused a lot of that problem. In this science of understanding, there are supposed to be 90 natural elements now 15, 20 man-made elements. If you have a man-made element that does not fit in the ecosystem, then that ecosystem has problems because something new, nuclear waste, has been interjected in it. And therefore, we have a problem. There's no way that is known in this time how to get rid of that waste. But Agnihotra and Agnihotra ash can neutralize it so it does not have a detrimental effect. Most of this water that we have on this planet is contaminated. So all these things I do not need to tell you. You know about these things. That's the biggest challenge that we have before today, is that everybody has become aware that there is a severe, severe problem. Thank you. Excuse me, I'm being taught how to use this well in this case, is it?
Okay, you want to, okay, is this good?
When you're holding it, yes. When I hold it, not so good. Okay. Is it good now?
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are closed. We good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my eyes are not closed again. I see my friend Mustafa is there. Okay, then. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of people there. Okay. So, as I was saying before, for many years, 40 years or so now, we have traveled around the world and talked about this Agnihotra and what it does for you and the science behind it. For everything, there's some type of science behind it if you look deep enough. We have a tendency, because we don't know about something, we like to call it different names. And we tend to laugh at stuff. But always we say, you can laugh at things only after you've done some research and study. Then you're qualified to laugh. If you have not done any research and study, you're not qualified to do anything. So this is what we say. Agnihotra is a Vedic process to deal with purification of the atmosphere by the agency of fire. Many years ago, Agnihotra was there, always done with 3 pyramids. Then this great sage came along. People are so quickly moving along very fast, they don't have time to do the great Agnihotra before. So this great sage introduced something new, but not new. That you can do Agnihotra with 1 pyramid and saying certain mantras at exactly the time the sunrise and sunset, that it will clear the atmosphere of pollution. Again, it will clear the atmosphere of pollution. It's something that each person can do in their own home. Their own home. You are dealing with what they call bioenergy. So bioenergy have no boundaries. It can be done inside, outside, in the car, going through the tunnel, as some of my friends have done. All types of places you're allowed to do this. It is a solution to pollution. Well, you will say, how can that be done? The whole idea was to travel around the world, tell many people as possible about solution to pollution. We don't want anything that you have. You have nothing to give us. The biggest thing that you can give us is join in to save and protect the planet. The planet's cycle is off. If the cycle is off, then the planet is off. The planet is off, it's not on its axis anymore. So the actual axis that the planet was on has been changed. Anytime there's a great earthquake, it shakes the whole planet. When it tilts the planet, then it affects you. The way the sun used to shine on you does not shine on you anymore. The way the sun and all these elements clean and support one another, they don't do that anymore because of man's own intervention. This thing that we talk about, this Agnihotra, most of you know about it or have heard about it from some place. Right now, it is the only solution on the planet. No matter what you try, there's always seemed to come up short. We have tried to tell the scientists of all countries that there is a solution. Because you don't know about it, it does not mean that it doesn't work. If you go back and trace man's history, all time solutions come from very small people. Very small, innocent people, not at the personal gain. We want nothing from you but to help save and protect the planet. The residue from this Agnihotra fire is used for many medicines and also neutralize radioactive material. This can be proven, had been proven. We just ask that you take time, look at it, try it yourself. And bottom line is you have no choice now. Nothing else works. Nothing else has worked. Nothing else will work. With this process here of Agnihotra, in this little booklet that we have here, it explains all the science of Agnihotra. What it can do, how it affects the soil, how it affects the atmosphere. And it puts a protective shield around you. Around each individual, you have what is called an aura, as some say. Scientifically, it's called the bioplasma body. When that bioplasma body gets affected, it also affects you. So first, the stress hit that bioplasma body, then you begin to feel it on the physical body. This explains all that to you scientifically. It explains how the soil is changed, how the plants are changed, and how all of this affects you in a positive way. One of the greatest things that's before you now is how do you survive? That's the big question. How do we survive in this day of abruption as it is now? How do we survive? Anything that you do, if you go to the doctor, they can do something, but because the planet is shaken, it will not hold. Nothing holds anymore. If you go to this doctor, that doctor, they can give you something temporarily. But to deal with that which causes a problem means you have to live with the planet. The planet itself is hurting. Mother needs you. It's at some point you have to give something back. Anytime you break a cycle, you create a problem. A problem has been presented to us. We have broken the cycle of what is to nurture Mother Nature. At sunrise and sunset, certain energies take place in the planet's atmosphere. All the time something is changing and taking place. Years ago, I think I tell some people, the Health, Education, and Welfare says this, that atmospheric change, sound waves, you see, all these things are constantly beating up against your body. And as they do so, they affect you. Always they affect you. So we need to have something to counteract that at the subtlest of levels. For people to understand, and for those who are scientists to understand, they have to take on the totality of understanding what it means to be a great yogi or somebody to go to the subtlest of levels. Somebody who understands what molecules are, what the atoms are, and how they exist. Someone to understand this atomic worlds as well as this physical world. There's so many subatomic worlds that exist that man knows not. He knows not. And constantly he's like a little kid with galoshes that travel around in the water all the time, messing with so many things on a subtle level. It is time for him to understand that he is not alone and he's not the greatest one that he thinks he is. There are so many things that's happening. The biggest challenge for us now is to tell all people. No one is more powerful than the other. It cannot be done alone. All people have to come together to look at the solutions and work hard that all people get a chance to understand it. Today, I here to talk to you about a simple process that was given to all. There's no fee, no anything. This great process talk about love. We have to love our neighbors as thyself. Then the key to that which is the supreme is opened up to you. The door to Pandora box is there, but you have to understand that it's total love. We have to get off the fence. It is said that those who think about hate, promote hate, end up getting that hate coming right back at them in a very harsh way. You know you say it about karma, people say about karma, what goes around come around. If you put love out there, then love comes back to you. Simple as that. From Chantivilla, we at Chantivilla, he always talks about no politics, no religion, no judgment, and solidarity is the key. In order for us to protect the planet and save the planet, it takes all of us, no matter who you are, no matter what your background is, no matter what your career is, does not matter. We have to come together, from the lowest of us to the highest of us. We have to come together and work towards protecting the planet. Now, let's talk about this Agnihotra. Agnihotra is a process that's done in a pyramid.
Okay, so we're gonna turn it over to me a little bit so I can show you the pyramid. And so many of you have seen me doing Agnihotra. We didn't have the space to set up with bear with me a second. Okay, I'm gonna let him grab it. You see me do Agnihotra. I was doing some of the Home of Fire on the Climate Change in You event, and you see me post pictures, but here is the pyramid. So, pyramid, which means fire in the middle. Let me hold it up again. This is what we use at sunrise and sunset. Pyramid means fire in the middle. And this is the generator of the energy that forms an arc field around the world that helps to clean up the atmosphere and bring back nutrients into the atmosphere. Okay?
So with the pyramid, what you have is a pyramid. The word pyramid, as she has said, means fire in the middle. Okay? This is the inside of the pyramid.
Okay.
This is the inside of it. This is how it looks when it's turned upside down, as you see before. It's a pyramid. With the process of Agnihotra and fire in the middle, we turn it the other way. So the energy can actually go up. This is the way we pack it when we sell it to people here, in this box here. And that's the way it's sent to you, all the ingredients, and tell you how it can be used in all aspects of life. And anyone can perform it. Don't have to be no saint, no priest, no nothing, just a human being, you know? And as a human being, I say, not as a joke, but a reality. As a human being, what takes place at this time is that the vibrations from the human, the anatomy of the human creates such a vibration that it helps to propel this up to the various solar ranges and give you the necessary effect that has to be done.
You want to turn your phone off?
I love it. I love it, so it is. But with this pyramid, it's made out of copper. You see, in this shape here, the copper pyramid. In the olden days, they used gold for the vibration. Today, we use copper. In some places, also, we tell people that they can use clay and that kind of stuff. If you need to know the different measurements to make it your own self, you can just contact us. We'll give you measurements of how to do this if you choose to make it yourself. You know, here you can see the different stages in there, the different stages in here. As each stage, the fire is in here. When it reaches 360 degrees, then all these magical things, if you want to use that terminology, begin to happen. Okay, what we have, you can get
Which one do you need now?
a cow down.
Oh, okay, wait, hold this for a second. I need to go get it. Okay.
We use, in this pyramid, we put certain ingredients in there. One of them is cow dung. You know, cow dung is very medicinal. It has many healing properties in it, and in the olden days, they used to use it for tuberculosis and whooping cough and those types of things. This is what the cow dung looks like when it's dried. You can see? We make patty cakes out of it. We have fun with patty cakes. See? Like that. But it has no odor. Once it dry out, it has no odor. In different parts of the world, we have traveled. People say, oh, the cow dung, we know it's very healing like that. Some people burn it, you know, for a fire, for food to cook on. Some people burn it to get rid of that which they call mosquitoes and those types of things. And this thing here, back in the olden days, I say olden days because they used to make what you call shelters, bomb shelters, like that. And sometimes they used to put it's in the wall, the cow dungs. It's one of the leading substances on the planet to resist radioactivity. So these things people don't know about. You see, this is the cow dung. Along with the cow dung, we have what is called liquid substance.
Okay, let me grab that.
Liquid substance, which is called ghee. You take the ghee and smear it. You smear it on top of this here cow dung, so it acts like an oil to help it burn. The longer you keep the ghee, the more medicinal the ghee comes.
So I don't know if you all can see that. Let me turn. But this, okay, yeah, now you can. This is a copper spoon, and I just smeared some ghee on it because we put everything in copper vessels. So let me see if you can. Okay, this is the inside of. Can they see the inside? Okay, here.
Yeah.
And this is ghee. And all ghee is unsalted butter that's been boiled. Okay? So that's the other substance. Let me grab the rice.
The other substance that we use beside that ghee is very medicinal. Some people keep it for years. Sometimes if you burn it in the ground and keep it in the ground, it gets certain power and energy from Mother Earth, and it becomes more medicinal. The other substance that we use is called the rice.
And it's just regular, just regular, I don't know if y'all can see that.
Just drop a few. There you go.
Basmati or long grain brown rice. I don't know if you can see all that.
Yeah.
So that's all the three ingredients that you need: ghee, cow dung, and brown rice that you use with Agnihotra. And you have to use all those together at sunrise or sunset.
So there's no polished rice whatsoever. You know, the polished rice, enriched rice, you don't want to use that. Okay. And then at exactly the time of sunrise, the most important ingredient is you. So at that time, there are certain, we say, vibrations that's used. What the scientists have found out is with vibration, especially that is said in the Sanskrit, that it creates the fire. Just saying those words, creates infrared heat.
Okay, and so the mantra for the morning offering is Agniye Swaha.
Evening. That's evening.
I'm sorry. Morning. We just got through doing evening Agnihotra. So for morning is Suyaya Swaha. Suyaya Hidam Namama. Prajapatiye Swaha. Prajapatiye Hidam Namama. And the evening is Agniye Swaha. Agniye Hidam Namama. Prajapatiye Swaha. Prajapatiye Hidam Namama. And the mantras, these are spoken in Sanskrit, which is the oldest known language to mankind. And so that's what they're always done in Sanskrit, no matter what language you speak.
So Sanskrit is a old language that most languages come from. And as I've told people that, they always try to challenge that, say, oh, no. But if you look at it and do some research, you'll find out that most languages have some type of Sanskrit beginning. Nowhere in the Sanskrit language do you find any other beginning. So it's all about the vibration therapy. So exactly the time to sunrise, you say this mantra, Surya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapatiye Swaha, Prajapatiye Idam Namama. Every time you say the word Swaha, you put a pinch of rice. And then that process is done. All you have to do is just sit and be still. Yes, dear. What can you do?
No, I'm just holding. Okay.
What say you do? Okay. You can see I don't know what I'm doing, okay? Okay. So you just sit in that vibration, that atmosphere for just a moment. Now, these are some things that you should understand. The moment you say that, you create certain nutrients in the atmosphere. When you create those nutrients, they go up to the solar range, about 8 miles up, collect the nutrients necessary to sustain life on this planet, bring it back down to the copper pyramid, and disperses it in a 1 mile radius when you do that. So now you are actually closing the gap on what we call another cycle. At sunrise and sunset, those are cycles. That's the time to feed and nurture Mother Earth. We use everything, we take everything from her, but we give nothing back. So this is your opportunity as a human to do your part. We always take, but we never give. This little simple process can put everything back in place, reset the planet energy cycle. The scientists, we test some scientists out of New York said some time ago that if you capture the energy out of this pyramid, it'll be enough energy to light up a city like New York. Just one pyramid. Just one pyramid. Before, when they had what is called in this place, Chernobyl, you see like that? Many years ago, they had this nuclear, wasting. There are problems were happening. So then they found out some ash, those kind of things was happening. Then even before that, there was a place in India, Bedford, I think it is. It had big problems. What they found out then is that most of the people that had stacks of dung and were doing Agnihotra, that their homes were protected. Other people's homes were not. So a simple process of doing this Agnihotra. You have nothing to give us. We don't want anything. Just want you to help us feed the mother and take care of the mother. Right now she's crying. And some of you are doing the same thing. You're in a situation that looks like it's no end. What do I do? What do I do? Do the Agnihotra. You do the Agnihotra to help the crops. You do the Agnihotra, put a protective shield around you. You do the Agnihotra. Use the ash. It will change all the ash, change all the water. No matter how contaminated the water is, it will change just by dropping the ash in there. You give it 3 days and come back and test it and see what will happen. You see, all the time now we are demonstrating everywhere, asking people for help. They can't help you. They don't know what to give you. They don't know what to do. So you're looking in the wrong directions. You're looking in the wrong directions. If the government had this tool themselves, they would wave it over people's heads and say, I got it. You see, now you pay some money, I will give it to you. We say not necessary, we will give it to you. We will teach all people who ask very humbly, freely. Agnihotra is the solution to all the pollution. It seems like a bold statement to say, but nothing else will do it. Nothing else will do it. Nothing can go to the subtle levels of creation like this fire can. In the major elements, always the fire is the middle. It changes everything. It changes things. The fire is the major tool. If you choose to look at all the holy scriptures, whatever they may be, you always see that there's some fire there. And God communicated through the fire. The angels appear through the fire. Always is there. But mankind don't know how to look at it. He had to become humble, and he got to open up his heart and mind and be full of love all the time. If you are full of love, then the answers come to you. If you find hate, you shoot out hate, hate comes back to you. It blinds you. It blocks you from seeing anything. No one can say, I know everything. That's the big joke. God gave everybody a little bit of the answer. When we talk about this fire here, it's part of what you call now DNA therapy. So these guys in Russia, they work very hard and very deep to find out DNA therapy. People of the Western world here, sometimes they take a little part of what they found in the DNA. Those guys in Russia, they find all of the DNA is usable. One thing they say, this fire is similar to DNA therapy. How is that? Because the vibration, they have broken the code of what they call the vibration of love. That every language has a piece of that in it. If a person is disciplined enough, he or she can say it with all love, and the manifestation changes. It changes. If a person says it with all love, many things happen. So I say unto you, listen to what they have said. They have learned how to create a vibration that's similar to the code of the universe through machines. They have learned how to take that vibration and put it on top of a laser and send it anywhere throughout the universe. But most importantly, I've said, man can do it himself. He doesn't need machines. So when you do this agnihotra, and you say this mantras, these vibrations, then you create a sound vibration that attaches itself to this fire. When it attaches itself to this fire, the love vibration begins to go throughout the universe. It begins to travel throughout the universe. This I say unto you like that. When you do the fire, there's about 5 different gases that are created. You see, propylene, ethylene, formaldehyde. Is it not?
And butyl
See, this is my street. And brutopyolactone. And then this acetylene. When this acetylene comes, it just sucks up all the pollution and pull it back into the pyramid and disperses it. You see? In a healing manner. See? So these things we are talking about, if you wish to know more about it, please call us, access, and that kind of stuff. When you're growing the crops have wonderful, they are so joyful when the fire is done. It changes the nervous systems in the plants and make it more tubular. You see? So it can suck up all the wonderful nutrients that's in the soil. During the agnihotra fire, it's called homotherapy farming. It will change the soil. It makes the earthworm happy. The earthworms are the true farmers. So when you do that, it helps change the yield and make the yield almost 300% more profitable. You have to protect the shield that goes around the plants as they grow. And oh, they are so happy. These things we need to have. The food we eat today is nothing. And you don't know what you're eating unless you grow your own food. By using the agnihotra atmosphere, the homotherapy farming as we call it, you begin to change the soil, you change the atmosphere, and the food become oh so delicious just by doing that. You see? So these we act. For our brothers and sisters that are on Africa and all around, they're having so much problems with the soil, so many problems with the water, so many this and that. The agnihotra will be a solution. And we will teach you free, no matter where you are on the planet. If you wish to know about this, contact us. We are from Shantivilla Institute. Okay, you? If you wish to know. There are many colleagues and friends I have here that's in Baltimore, Maryland. You know, to name one place there, you know, where I come from to Shantivilla, and other places around the world like that in India, Poland, and all that kind of stuff. There are many people there waiting just to share with you. Just to share with you this technology, because it's there and it's for all people. All people. There is a solution, even though you try to demonstrate against these people here and make them do something they cannot do, they don't know how to do. So you waste your time. And the planet now is at the brink of total destruction, and we waste our time going to them. You're wasting so much time. So we say to you finally from this small talk here, please contact us. We will tell you somebody close to you or somebody will go to you, sit down, teach you very freely about this agnihotra, that kind of stuff. I am doing 40, 50 years. I have colleagues 40, 50 years. We've all been doing this so long. We have never asked for anything, no monetary thing, no nothing. Just learn how to do this agnihotra. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Sri Charles. Okay, so what I want to do is to stay on just for a couple of minutes, and if anyone has any questions, post them in the comments, and I'll get to them. Because I did put on the flyer that this is a Q&A session, and so just to clarify where the locations are, Shantivilla Institute is in Tuskegee, Alabama, and we're going through some renovations there. So you do need to call me and see what day is good to come there. I'm Shanti Atlanta, which I am the campus here in Atlanta. I'm in Conyers, which is a suburb about 40 minutes away from downtown. I think 30 minutes from Midtown. And so you can come here and learn more about agnihotra and homotherapy. So like I said, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you're viewing from another state, just still contact us. We have people all over the United States, people all over the world that are doing Agnihotra, and we can pinpoint the closest person to you, and get you started with doing the Agnihotra. Oh, I see Gayla saying, she says, I've taught two people this week and plan to teach several more. So grateful for you teaching me. Oh, you're welcome, Gayla. Yeah, Dr. Gayla. Yeah, I don't know if you all seen the some of the Facebook Live. I did a Facebook Live with Dr. Gayla Gates, MD, and she promotes Agnihotra. So as you can see, everybody, can do Agnihotra. You don't have to have a medical degree or any degree or anything like that. This is for any and everybody. Your entire family can do it. And one of the things I also wanted to say is that when you're doing these things to purify the atmosphere, to purify the planet, then you're purifying yourself too, because we are a part of the planet. And so anyway, it was just a wonderful thing, that Agnihotra, what we have to offer as a solution to climate change. And if there are no more questions, let me just give you all my email and phone number, and then I'll post in the comments also to the links to Shanti Villa Institute and then Shanti Atlanta. But contact me directly and I can coordinate everything, whether you want to come here or come to Tuskegee to meet with Sri Charles. And Sri Charles is my teacher. And that's how I got involved with doing everything with Shanti Atlanta. So my email is Shanti, that's SHANTI, Atlanta Center at Gmail. That's Shanti Atlanta Center at gmail.com. That's CHANTI, Shanti Atlanta Center at gmail.com. And the website is healthpluslifestyle.com. And then the phone number is, what is my phone number? 404 487 8156 is my phone number. And then the website for Sri Charles is Heal the Atmosphere. Is it .com?
healtheatmosphere@gmail.com.
Oh, I'm sorry. healtheatmosphere@gmail.com is the email directly for Sri Charles. Hey, Sandy. So anyway, if you do have some questions, you can still post them once I end the live event, and we'll go from there. And anyway, so we have a lot of good things that will be going on continually at Shanti Atlanta as well as Shanti Villa Institute. And I thank everyone for viewing today, and I thank you so much for your support. And I will talk to everybody soon. Thanks for watching our Facebook Live on Climate Change and You, the Solution.